any emotions for today, guys. Let's fuck these fuckers up!
Hey everybody, so we wanted to do something a little fun here because, you know, I do talk a little bit about the media that me and Zena like consuming, and I kind of think media criticism is fun as well because coming from a therapist perspective, especially to queer people's perspective, we always see things in very different ways than, you know, the average. I need to talk to you guys about my favorite fucking thing. And it is super good. So who here in chat knows of a channel
Wait a minute.
called Vivzy Pop?
Also, if you haven't seen this episode yet...
Well, we're not going to cover all of it, so but yes, there's potential motherfucking spoilers for episode 6 of Helluva Boss.
Yeah. Come back to this if you haven't seen it yet. Okay? If you have, keep watching. It's great.
So, this is my favorite fucking thing in the world right now. Why is it not showing it on screen?
Yeah, definitely spoilers.
Where is that on the screen? They're doing some trickery.
Is there DRM?
There shouldn't be on YouTube.
I mean... I hope not, because we use this shit all the time.
Why is it showing it on the screen there? I have no idea why it did that. Anywho, enough of our incompetence. So I want to talk about... I'll find it later.
Okay.
So, there you go. We'll look at Moxie. Nah, no, we can't see shit. Fuck it. For some reason, that's being weird. So here's the thing. There's a show been going on now for about a year and a half-ish, 2 years, called Helluva Boss. It is the companion series to Has Been Hotel, the breakout show that was created by Vivzy Pop about Charlie, the daughter of the devil, being in hell and trying to create a hotel to rehabilitate sinners. The fact is that that show by itself, even just the one amazing show is fantastic. But they put out another show, and at first it seemed just kind of like a side comedy thing about a group of people, not people, imps in hell, who have decided to create a business for themselves. Using a grimoire they borrowed from a very powerful demon, they now go into the human world and find people that demons in hell want to take revenge on and kill. They call themselves Imp, or the Immediate Murder Professionals. These imps and their receptionist and also Blitz's adopted daughter, who's also a hellhound, run a business where they kill mortals for people's petty vengeance after they get to hell. For one thing I have to say about this show and why it's so important to me is I think it is right now one of the best shows for representation that has been done. It does not pull away from gay characters or gay relationships or kink relationships. There is a canonically trans girl who's in the supporting cast, played by a trans woman. There is really interesting dynamics of unhealthy people and the way they learn from those. This show is fantastic. I cannot express how important this show is.
There's so much good stuff.
One of the things that I love about Helluva Boss is that it is a show that covers not just these characters in a comedic sense, but it covers them in an incredibly meaningful and emotional sense. And I think that's a big fucking deal. Because these characters are given life. They're given actual psychology. They're actually given identities. They're given ways in which they behave. And there's a lot of nuance to them. We stand Millie and Luna in this house. Although, again, Luna picking up Millie, looking, again, imps are tiny and picking her up like she's a fucking toddler is the most adorable thing ever.
Also, like, feminism, like, the way that they showcase, like, the women characters in this is just amazing. Like, I have been here for this representation, and I finally got this, and holy crap, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if this will let me. Nope, you need to be quiet. So, one of the things that I think is really fucking important to take on here is that this show really does try to be very vulgar and very comedic, and really does try to, in a lot of ways, go through and make these characters look very two-dimensional at times, but it always has something bigger in the background. And I can say this from like a psychological perspective. These characters are dealing with real shit. Real difficult shit. One could make the argument that there is very real... There we go. There is very real character growth and exploration of characters as queer, as having found family, as what people do to push away others that they want to be close to, right? There's so much here in what looks to be just a silly cartoon about demons that go to Earth and murder people. Oh no, we stand fucking Luna. Luna's my favorite.
I love Stolas a lot.
I do stand Solus.
Like, everybody here, I don't even have a least favorite. Like, I really like everyone.
I like everyone, but Luna is best girl. That's fine. Luna is best girl. I will fight people on this. I highly recommend viewers of this channel go check this out afterwards. I might actually just host it again tonight or some other time to watch it again, because I kind of want to watch it like 3 or 4 more times. I really think that this show does such an amazing job with characters who are dynamic and fun and psychologically complex. And again, what it does is the same thing that Has Been Hotel does. It takes characters who have been through some very real shit, starts out with what appears to be a very simplistic representation, and then takes them into much greater depth. For anyone that's been on the server when I've talked about Angel Dust from Has Been Hotel, the male sex worker who's basically a femboy spider, who starts off as a very two-dimensional character, but through the first episode gets a little bit more depth, and then the Addicted video came out, and suddenly a whole bunch of trauma and shit was going on in the background. That's huge. That's meaningful. No, I've never played the game Night in the Woods. So I just wanted to say this. You know, you guys don't need me to tell you what stuff to watch. This has got 4 million views. You'll find it anyway. But I just need you to understand, I, as a therapist and as a trans woman, love this show. Because it fucking strikes that balance between silly and gross and dirty and silly and just
and silly, yeah.
More sillies. And then also
hits you in the feels.
Real emotions. The difficulty of being an adopted kid. The difficulty of being in a relationship where you don't feel masculine enough. The difficulties of pushing everyone away and learning to be able to be open to them. That happens a lot in this episode. The issues of dealing with exes. Like, there's so much here that I think is really good. And I really think we need to support better stuff. So I highly recommend checking out their channel. I highly recommend checking out Vivzy Pops' merchandise. As you can see, I have
nuggets.
We have our fat nuggets from Has-Been. And if they make chibis of, oh, by the way, I don't think Vivzy Pop will ever see this video unless everybody shares it with her. Here's my request. If you can make chibi stuffed animals of all of them, I will probably buy all of them, but especially Luna. I'm just saying, I would like a huggable, stuffed chibi Luna. I think that would be adorable. I have a whole space on there where it could be above the computer. Just saying.
There is a song...
Luna plushie.
There's a song that Moxie sings that Jess will sing to me a lot.
Oh, Millie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Millie sings. I think they're both singing at various parts, but Jess will sing it to me a lot, and it's really cute.
Oh, yeah. That's super true. But, like, look at this dynamic animation real quick. I'm not going to show anything that's huge spoilers. I think you're just going to see some fairly interesting graphic fighting. So, again, if you're against things like that, let you know. Look at these spin shots. Look at the dynamic movement. God, Luna is a fucking beast. Yeah, I need you guys to understand here. Last night when we were watching this, I compared this to the opening of Owl House. Who here's familiar with Owl House? The other greatest, fight scenes that are just chef's kiss, so good. Right? That combat scene. Did you see Luna and the movement and the good?
And still keeping all like the perspective like intact and switching between like different characters, like view and feeling of the scene was so good. Like
holy shit, there's a scene there at the very beginning where when the fight starts, from them being in that strike to pose, somebody throws a comma at fucking like Blitz's head, this character that's on screen right now. And literally like Luna jumps in the way, grabs it with her fucking teeth, and that's how it starts, and she's just tearing people apart while killing them with this comma in her mouth. It's so good. Oh my god. Now, the reason I brought up Owl House is this. Who here has seen the opening of Owl House? I don't think I can show it. I have a feeling I'll get in trouble.
Probably.
Go watch the opening for Season 2 of the Owl House. It was the same in Season 1. There's a scene towards the end where Luz is going on the owl stick. I don't know if I can remember what it's called. And that animation is so fluid and so dynamic, and everything is moving, and all of the perspectives are really well done. It reminds me of this. And we're talking about studios of massively different calibers.
Yeah.
Right? So I just need everyone to be aware of this. Helluva Boss is so fucking good. And I didn't like the first episode. I thought it was too silly, too whatever. It didn't feel like there was a lot of depth. And then the show kept going. And they did their second episode, which is Lululand, where it literally starts off with, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't want to spoil things, but basically a father caring for his daughter in the most grandiose and frankly adorable way possible while singing a song that still nearly drives me to tears. I cannot say enough good things about this show. Fuck, I might just watch the whole show series again tonight. Point being, this show is getting big enough now where I believe there were a couple big names attached to this episode. I know characters from Has-Been, those voice actors come over. In fact, this scene here, which I'm not going to spoil, but the person that's actually doing the work in this scene is not the original voice actor for Blitz. It's actually the voice actor for Alistair.
Oh, okay.
That's why he sounds so different. Also, and this is important, Norman Reedus is in the 5th episode. The dude from The Walking Dead. Norman motherfucking Reedus. Yeah, it's voiced by by Billy from Billy and Mandy. That's fair. And Moxie is voiced by the guy who did Zim. No, all the voice actors are amazing. All of them. Good. It sounds like I'm just gushing, but I really have to say this, like, it's shows like this that make me really excited. Oh, I was talking about Moxie. I thought you meant Millie. I'm sorry. I forget who's doing Millie. We'll have to look that up. Anyway, I'm reading things poorly. My apologies. But I still need to say this. This show is really fantastic. Go give it a view. Again, I'm probably going to watch it again very, very soon. I need to make it clear that we need to support creators who are not only doing independent projects, but also doing independent projects that have very good representation, very good support to their community, and has really wonderful psychological themes in it. You have any additional thoughts?
No, that covers it.
Feel like that's good? Enough of our gushing?
Jess is gushing, and I just pretend that Zena is saying the words at the same time, and you'll be good.
We'll talk about some stuff. You mentioned the feminist point, and you were talking about, like, last night, you were talking about the fact that, like, during the fight, the actual coolest fight parts are actually the girls.
Oh, yeah. No. Like, you just get Luna and Millie, like, just absolutely showcased in this. Right? Like, growing up being a woman and women being, like, in this weird, like, girl boss, or, like, just a weird, like, not really, like, standing on their own when, no, really, like, how do I now suppose? Like, some of the epiphanies actually, like, of the other characters, like, lend really well to showcasing those to them in that moment. And it's so good. And I love Millie. Like, Millie is super great. Like, a lot of her arc is just so good. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna spoil a lot very easily here. Yeah. And I love that Millie and Moxie are kind of, playing with different gender kind of stuff in their relationship too. Like, that's super fun.
Yeah, like
they're really, really interesting.
Well, Millie can definitely have these very mask moments, which are really nice. And, like, you could say in a lot of ways that, Moxie does have some very femme moments as well.
Yeah. And again, the representation for the kink stuff just makes me really, really happy. That's a relationship, too, that I think people easily misunderstand it. And if your media comprehension isn't up there, there's definitely a lot of nuance in that you might miss. And so I definitely think this series is worth several fucking rewatches. Because I really love Blitz's and Stolas's relationship. Like that.
Oh, especially at the end of this episode, it's so good.
It's the hotness. I'm sorry. It's the hotness. You get there at the end, and it's just hot. Oh God, it's hot. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, no, they do so well with, like, so much communication with a short amount of time and just short scenes, right? Like, just a couple sentences and you get, like, so much out of that.
So we're going to say this is that, we'll probably either tonight or another day, like, watch all these again. I'm probably going to do this occasionally because I just like going through. I think this is really a big deal. I think this show is really well done, and I think there's a lot of positivity here. Mm-hmm. Please check this out.
I also never get bored of rewatching it. There's always new stuff.
There super is. The second time we rewatched the third episode, there was that point where we were just noticing how different it was for different tiers of demons.
Yeah.
Specifically, like Luna being confused that the imps don't have a human form.
Yeah, right.
Like, there's a lot of stuff communicated about this world's, like, the world building and metaphysics. So that's a thing.
So worth the rewatch.
That's fine. There's gonna be haters. It's fine. Whatever. But here's my thoughts. Check that shit out. Check it out on the stream with us, or on the Discord with us, or watch it on your own. But just check it out. Love you guys. I think that's about all for me. I know. Do you have anything to gush on?
I'll gush more later.
You can gush more about Stolas for like an hour.
Yeah.
Such a great character. Oh, the power dynamic stuff we talked about last night was so good. I can't spoil it, but notice the power shifts that happen at the end of this episode. Watch it and see that. It's good.
There's so much, especially this last episode. Just, I'm always amazed because they have outdone themselves so much with this show. Yeah. It's worth it. All right. Let's call it. There's more videos. This is good.
So yeah, go watch Helluva Boss. Just fucking do it after this, please. Just do that. It's so good. And watch it and pay attention and just enjoy it. It's good. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. You can also ring the bell if you want to be notified of our videos. If you want to help the channel, you can donate at streamlabs.com/transgirltherapist/tip. You also can become a patron at patreon.com/transgirltherapist. For as low as $3, you can support our channel. Thanks for watching.